over 10 years, our special guest has been on top of the world. And I, for one, have been a tremendous Stephanie Mills fan since her days kicking up the yellow brick road as Dorothy in The Wiz. Stephanie takes us back to that musical with the release of her new album entitled Home. And I'm very happy to welcome back to Video Soul, Stephanie.
Hi, I can remember when I was here in 1986.
Ooh.
And I was hosting. I made a complete fool of myself, but I'm back to redeem myself. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I watch BET all the time.
Thank you. A lot's happened since The Wiz.
Yes, a lot has happened. My life
has changed. That was when I remember hearing your voice, and we're about the same age.
Yes.
And just going, God, you know, her voice is so big. You know, I mean, you've got such a powerful, powerful, powerful voice.
Thank you.
And that was when I first remember hearing about Stephanie Mills. Did that really launch your career?
The Wiz, yes, definitely. Till this day, I think that The Wiz is the biggest thing that has happened in my career. Even though my albums have been successful, my goal, one of my goals, is still to make one of my albums that big.
Yeah.
That's really my goal, and hopefully Home will do that.
Now, a lot of people were surprised when the movie came out, The Wiz, and I know you must have gotten this question a lot. You should have gotten that role as Dorothy. What happened?
You know, I'm a big fan of Diana Ross.
So am I.
And at the time, I was signed to Motown, but things just didn't work out with me doing the film or anything.
But
I was happy to
do
the show.
From that?
Was I disappointed? I don't think so. I don't think I was really, I wouldn't say old enough, but I don't think it affected me like as if I was older and that was my big break, or this was my one thing in a lifetime. I think I had a lot of time and a lot of years, and it's proven to not have dampened or tapered my career.
It obviously didn't. Now, where are you from originally?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York
Brooklyn.
City. But I live in Los Angeles.
You do
But
now.
I still go back to New York a lot, and most of my album, most of Home, was recorded back east.
Ah.
Yes.
What was it like being such a success at such a young age? I mean, was it difficult socially?
My first Broadway show was Maggie Flynn, and I was 9 years old. So I've been in the business all my life. This is all I know how to do, you know, is sing and perform and dance and be in entertainment. So it's the only thing I did.
Okay, so it wasn't like you were used to a certain lifestyle and then you had to adjust to being...
No, I've been in it very young, doing television shows in Electric Company and Captain Kangaroo. Yeah, I did all those shows when I was much younger.
Fantastic. Now, what made you move out to Los Angeles? Was it...
Well, I got married. This is so old news, but we're bringing everybody up to date. Okay, I got married in 80, and my husband lived out there, so I wanted to be with him, so I uprooted and left my mom and my family and moved to Los Angeles. But I love living in LA.
Do you?
I really do. For living, it's wonderful. For working and recording, New York is better. New York and Philadelphia, because they have some wonderful, wonderful studios there. And Nick Martinelli, who produced Home and also I Feel Good All Over, does most of his recording there, as with Gerald Levert and Mark Gordon, who did Good Girl Gone Bad there.
Ah. Yeah. Tell me about Home. What was your inspiration for that particular cut, the title cut, Home?
Everybody remembers Home, or at least I hope that everyone remembers Home from The Wiz. And singing it 5 years on Broadway, I vowed, oh, I'm so sick of this song. You know, 8 shows a week singing it. So for a long time, I took it out of my show and didn't sing it. And a lot of people would always ask, so Stephanie, are you going to put Home back in your show? And I would always say, no, I'm just sort of tired of it. But it wasn't until the recent deaths of Ken Harper, the producer of The Wiz, and Charlie Smalls, the composer and the writer of all the music for The Wiz, passed away about 1.5 years ago. And that's when I decided to sing it again, because I didn't want people to forget how wonderful Home was. And with all the homeless and things going on in the world, I really do think people should realize how important home life is, home, clean family life is. That's very important today.
When you hear the song, it makes you think about that. I mean, it really, no matter what you're doing,
makes
you think about family and home and all the things you said.
We tried to update it, but I didn't want to totally take it away from the original version of the song. So we updated it a little bit, and I hope people really like it.
Oh, I'm sure
I perform it in my show. We're getting ready to go out on tour, so I am singing Home in the show this time.
You had a lot of different inputs in this recent album.
Oh,
Tell me about that.
We had 7 producers. Teddy Riley and I wrote Fast Talk, and he produced Real Love, which is a ballad, which is unusual for Teddy Riley because you're so used to hearing My Prerogative and all the things that he's done on Keith Sweat. So that's sort of interesting. And then we had Timmy Gatlin, who's a former member of Guy, and Alton Wilkie Stewart, and Nick Martinelli, Angela Winbush, who I love and who's very close to my heart, and who gave me my first #1 song, which was Power of Love, and I don't think a lot of people realize that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Gerald Levert, Mark Gordon, Lamel Humes, Barry Eastman, a lot of producers. But it was a wonderful experience working with all those producers because they all bring different things to the project. They all have their own creative thing that they want to do. Like Angela produced, arranged, and composed the song. So we were in the studio, and I did most of the background. So for me, singing and doubling my voice was fun for me.
Yeah. Now, you co-produced a couple of the songs.
I co-produced I Come to You with Sammy McKinney and Kevin Phillips. And that was fun for me because I wrote 2 of the songs that are on the CD.
Which ones?
With Love Hasn't Been Easy on Me and I'm More Than a Woman. And I wrote that along with my musical conductor, Donna Lawrence. And those are the 2 bonus cuts on the CD.
I'll say. Now, Love Hasn't Been Easy on Me.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't.
Now, is this Stephanie's personal life story here in a way, or a little bit?
In a way. I usually kind of.
Or is it a third person?
It's a third person. Oh,
somebody else.
No, it's sort of personal, yes, it is, because I wrote the lyrics, and I have to pull from my own experiences.
And I'm sure a lot of people relate to that.
Yeah, a lot of. I think I sing songs that women can definitely relate to, like Secret Lady and Power of Love and Love Hasn't Been Easy on Me and Real Love, because I think so many women out there are looking for a real love, you know, someone that you can really depend on, and it's not just going to kind of pull you along, you know.
A lot of your songs have that impact. I mean, all the Stephanie Mills songs. I was talking to friends over the weekend saying, you know, I was so excited about just meeting you. And telling, I really, I mean that from the heart. And your songs, it's not only the words, but the way you sing it. It's as if, you know, this is really your story, that you're really pouring your heart into your songs.
You know, when we recorded If I Were Your Woman, that album is, 2 years old now, I think. I wanted to go back to basics. I wanted to go back to my root of singing and not so much worry about whether it was going to be perceived as a pop album or an R&B album. I just wanted to sing. I just wanted to just do the best singing I could do. And that's what we set out to do with If I Were Your Woman, and we took it a step further with Home.
Very good. Well, let's not talk much longer. Let's see your new video, Something in the Way You Make Me Feel.